To another Madden franchise today. It's actually a continuation of a franchise started forever ago. I titled it the $126 million quarterback. That's me. I'll get into that story in a minute. Oh, look, there's a 99 overall Jaden Daniels in mud. I might look into that later. But anywho, so long story short, I created a franchise where I drafted the first 10 players, and I created myself in Madden with a rookie scale contract. Well, not even a rookie scale contract actually, a 1 year contract. And with said 1 year contract, I purposely did not draft myself so I could see what the value of myself at quarterback was, so I could trade for myself, and then I tried to build a team around me to win a Super Bowl. Unfortunately, we did not win the Super Bowl. In fact, I think we lost in like the second round or something. But this time we're going to come back and try it again. The original plan was to play all the games. However, we ran into a little glitch where, the starters aren't on the team and it kind of sucks because you can't actually use the team. So I'm going to try again, and if I can play with them, I'm going to do it. If I can't, it's going to just be one of those ones where I constantly rebuild till I win a Super Bowl. And then I'll just make another franchise and try something else. So I made a few little changes to myself. Last time I made myself, I had more hair. But in real life, I got a haircut. So I changed the way my character looks a little bit. Now he looks like this. This is the Taj Mahal now. Short hair, no beard. Um, and then the rest of the players right now are the same. I haven't done anything else. The only thing I've done recently is the contract resignings, which would be who did I resign? That's a great question. I'm just gonna look at the transactions and see what I did because I don't even remember. It was a little bit ago. It was a little bit ago. Okay. Uh, okay, I didn't do this, but I got a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator. I also franchise tagged my kicker. He was pissing me off. I kept offering him a lot of money, and he just wouldn't accept it. So because I was getting pissed off, I just franchise tagged my kicker. So yeah, looks like Harrison Butker is getting a franchise tag of $2.4 million, which the tag now in IRL is like 5.94 or something. So he's getting the short end of the stick. I re-signed Kyle Juszczyk. Um, yeah, that was me editing myself to have the correct face. This was originally from a fantasy draft, so that's why the rosters look so funky. Um, who else did I resign? Whew. Okay. So I paid Juszczyk. I don't know why any of that matters to me. Justin Houston retired from my team. Julio Jones retired from my team. O'Day retired. Tom Compton retired. Ooh, Dominican Sue retired. Interesting. Okay. Can I look at any of the resigns for how much I paid people? I gave Saquon a 4 year 58. I gave Dre Greenlaw a 6 year 108. Damn. Okay. Paid Kyler Gordon for 6 years. I paid Jack Fox for 2 years. And then I re-signed myself to the 5 year 126, which means I'm worth less a year than Baker Mayfield. And I'm okay with that. 5 year 126. That's a good young guy contract. I mean, obviously, it's a lot of money for anybody, but, in terms of like what's considered the value of a quarterback. Um, wait. Oh, the Vikings won the Super Bowl? Damn. That hurts. But yeah, in terms of making the team, apparently we have $36 million left. We went 13-4, so we're probably fine as it is. So really, all I can think of to add to the team is maybe some depth on linemen. Because backup quarterback is here, running back looks fine for now, receiver looks fine for now, tight end looks fine. Yeah, there is no depth on the offensive line. Linebacker looks okay. Safety looks fine. Corner could be better. The opposing edge could be better. That's not that bad to fix, though. What's my draft picks look like? We'll fix one thing at a time. Oh, we have a singular third round pick. And then nothing in 2025. Okay. Yeah, it was meant to be a 1 year type challenge, but now that we're going on a second year, maybe we'll try to trade into the draft. I saw Leonard Fournette went down to a 70 overall, and I do want some sort of power run in the game. I mean, we do have Saquon, but if Saquon gets hurt, I have Khalil Herbert. That's not really a strong run type of thing, so I want to see who I can get who could be a decent, like, power runner. And maybe I want another combo player, like someone like Gus Edwards. That seems like the kind of guy I'd want. What does it take to get Gus Edwards? Literally all the draft picks I have are Jerry Jacobs. Now Jerry Jacobs is not on my team IRL anymore, so I'd be okay with that. I don't think giving up every draft pick I have is a smart idea, so we'll just get rid of Jerry Jacobs. And that should ferment our running back core between Gus Edwards, Khalil Herbert, and Saquon Barkley. Now, Fournette's tradable. Sam Darnold's my backup quarterback. Kyle Juszczyk got signed to 2-year deal. We have Chris Olave, Jordan Addison, Romeo Dobbs. Yeah, his contract will end, but if it does become a problem, he can be a trade deadline type of problem. We can just get more draft picks or something. So we'll keep him for now. Lazard's fine. If we wanted to add another okay-ish receiver, we could. Trina Conquo, we'll pay him later. Taylor Decker, we're going to have to pay him. Yeah, we're going to need some depth at the O-line, but... DeMarcus Walker, he's good for now. 3-year deal for Bilo Nichols, he could stay. No one who's like a huge need to get rid of. Like, we could easily cut some of the depth guys we have for other positions of need. But nothing right now is screaming, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that. I might just use Fournette to try to trade up my 3rd round pick. See if I could trade into the 2nd round. If I offered my 3rd pick in Leonard Fournette. And then start offering my other picks. We can offer a 5th round pick. Yeah, my picks ain't gonna do it. Well, my picks aren't valuable, so it makes sense. Yeah, understandably so. We'll just take the best package available for Leonard Fournette. Maybe like a... I'm gonna start off with a future 3rd and... Could I potentially get this? That might be a lot to ask for, but... Alright, we got a future 4th round pick for Leonard Fournette. Sure. Okay. He's a depth running back. It's better to get a future 4th than to just cut him. Because we don't need 4 running backs on the roster. Again, since this is a... whatchamacallit? A fantasy draft, the free agency is going to look a bit different. I don't need a backup quarterback. I don't need a backup running back. I just traded for a power back. I could have picked up Jamal Williams. But giving up Jerry Jacobs wasn't a lot to ask for, given the positioning of my team at the moment. So, again, if we want to just add another receiver body, it's not a terrible idea to go get a guy like Isaiah McKenzie, Greg Dortch. Calvin Austin could be alright. I love Alamad Zacchaeus. But 22-year-old Jalen Hyatt on a 1-year deal would be fine. In fact, I'll give him a 7-year deal. I don't even care. He could be like a depth receiver on our team for the next 7 years. I originally moved EQ to tight end because he's a bit taller. Tucker Kraft, yeah, he could be my 3rd tight end. Give him a 7-year deal too while we're at it. I need the depth at O-line though. I originally let Donovan Smith walk. I'm gonna need Donovan Smith actually now that I've really thought about it. Joseph Noteboom, he could be a okay guy for depth to add. Give him a little 2-year deal, sure, why not? Let's get a guard. James Hurst. Didn't James Hurst retire for the Saints? Or is that somebody else? It might be somebody else. I might be bugging. Brian Allen has a lot of interest in being here supposedly, so we'll pay him as well. You are scheme fit, so give you a 2-year deal, lower your money a little bit. Okay. With the highest offer, Brian Allen. Same for Jalen Hyatt. Tucker Kraft were the only offer. Joseph Noteboom. I'm gonna withdraw this one, just so I can target something else as well. Jordan Phillips. Ooh. You could be useful. A Landon Roberts could also be useful. So could Alex Singleton. There's some quite a bit of useful defenders here. Yeah, he definitely has a lot of offers already. I mean, my corner situation isn't great right now, but Alontae Taylor is a good piece. Yeah, I could add Alontae Taylor. That's probably the best move right now. And if we're not his number one offer, then we'll go talk to Alex Singleton. Where's his highest offer? Okay. So let's see how many people sign. Everyone except for Tucker Kraft. Okay. Well, we got a backup center, backup left tackle. That's going to be another backup tight end. We can maybe move on from Chuma Okonkwo if need be. If it helps us trade up in the draft. Because he's on a 1-year deal. I'm just going to need another depth O-lineman. Tyler Steen he'd be fine. He does what I need. I'll give him a 7-year deal. I'll increase his money a little bit. Yeah, a lot of the good linebackers just kind of got signed already. So Denzel Perriman, he's a decent depth linebacker. I'll take him. Give him a little less money, but he can sign here if he wants. We got Alontae Taylor, an amazing pickup. Shit. Thinking. Maybe one more good defensive end. Not even like an elite defensive end, just a depth defensive end would be nice. Dwayne Swoot. Kingsley Kiki. Carlos Dunlap, Contavious Street. I might get Jalen Graham and move him over to the edge. Alright, that's my last targets, I think. Okay, we're just waiting on these two to decide. And then we might try to trade up into the draft for another pick. Now that we have an additional 4th round pick, we might try to trade into the 2nd round. It'd be interesting if Madden did it like IRL style, where like you had to sim a day between the 1st round, 2nd round, 1st round, and then the day 2, 2nd round, 3rd round. It'd be interesting, but it'd also kind of be annoying now that I think about it. As realistic as it would be, it would also become a pain in the neck. I want these two guys. Come on, Graham. Come on, Graham. Cool. Alontae Taylor, Brian Allen, Jalen Hyatt, Denzel Perriman, Tucker Kraft, Joseph Noteboom, and Jalen Graham. Mostly depth players, as I said. Wasn't any real moves to get us the best player in the draft or anything like that. Oh, sorry, in free agency. But that's all those moves were for. That puts us at a 58-man roster. We can easily afford to get rid of some guys. I'm going to test the value of Chuma Okonkwo now that I signed Tucker Kraft to a 7-year deal. Chuma Okonkwo's nice. But I also get some good value out of Tucker Kraft because I think he's a better blocker. Well, Madden doesn't think so. I would say Tucker Kraft's a better blocker than Chuma Okonkwo, but Chuma Okonkwo is a better receiving option to have as a backup tight end. So the tight end thing we got going on here is pretty good. Romeo Doubs, I don't know if we're gonna have the money for, so I signed Jalen Hyatt to a 7-year deal. So come time free agency next year, or even come time trade deadline, if we're not playing good, I'll just trade Romeo Doubs. Try to get some more pieces out of that move. Punter was fine, kicker's fine. The safety for now, Josh Thompson, we can move on from. I'm probably going to just slightly trade up constantly and just see how high I can get in the draft. Because I know I could just trade some players too and get a little bit better things, but at the same time, I don't really think I can get that far up. What if I offered a 4th-round pick? It looks like even if I offered all my picks, yeah, I'm still gonna struggle to get up there. Alright, well, we're just gonna start with moving up for a higher 3rd, then moving up for a 2nd, and then strategically, slowly moving up is gonna have to be the plan. We'll offer you a 6th to move up in the 3rd round. Okay. We'll offer you... Is a 4th too much to move up into the 3rd round higher? I guess maybe not. Okay, so we're offering a future 4th, and Josh Thompson. Okay, that's still not enough. Richard. I'll offer you Richard. Okay, maybe not. Heath Taylor? Wow. Wow, it is difficult to move up into the 3rd round, I guess. I mean, the highest I can give you is that 5th round pick, but I mean, if I keep that 5th round pick, it might help me more, to be honest with you. Alright, it's gonna have to be a 5th. If that's not enough, I don't have enough then. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, they have a 3rd round pick, that's close enough. What if I offer just this? Okay, it was worth a shot. I'll throw in the 4th. Do I still have to give you that 5th? I do. I don't. That was a lot just to move up into the 3rd round, but hey, do what you gotta do, I guess. Being like the Detroit Lions in real life, trading up for 2 4th round picks. Alright, well, we got a higher 3rd round pick. So now maybe we can slide into the end of the 2nd. Just maybe. I mean, we're still trading up picks, but it's not nearly as many. Like, this looks more plausible. Keeping you guys, keeping you. I can offer... Kendrick Pryor. Ooh, okay. Kendrick Pryor's almost enough. We can offer Michael Bandy. Okay, so we offer Michael Bandy, our 3rd round pick, and a future 7th. Okay, that's 7th didn't do anything. Okay, we'll offer a 5th. And we'll ask for a 7th. Try that. Okay, no 7th. Okay, we'll give up the 7th. Ah, so close. Okay, give up a corner. Any corner, really. Boodle. Mr. Boodle. Okay, Boodle's not enough, my bad. I'll give you a Boodle and pick 7. So we're giving up every pick we have, Boodle and Bandy, for one singular 2nd round pick. Love it. Now I'm going to try to trade up that 2nd round pick for a 1st round pick. Well, no, I'm just gonna try to get some late picks. You're on a 1 year deal. You're on a 1 year deal. I don't need Fion or you. I can trade you guys. Keep you. Keep you. I just signed Denzel Perriman. Hmm. I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of money next year to resign everybody. Is the problem? I'm gonna have to make some decisions come time to trade deadline, especially if this team's not good. Okay. And I can trade some of my depth receivers. We'll sign some guys to 1 year deals at the end of the year. Let's just go get some late round draft picks. So we have something. Let's see if we can trade for a 5th round pick for one of these receivers. Can we offer Kendrick Pryor and obtain a 5th round pick? I guess not. Alright, well, I'm going to look into more trades. Give me 1 second. Okay, back to this. Oh yeah, still trying to trade for a fifth round pick. Uh, I don't know, I'm just trying to get some more picks in this year's draft. I know I'm not going to be able to pay everybody. I have 3 players left that I'm going to try to trade. I like Maurice Alexander, but it would make sense in this franchise specifically to let go of him. I don't need this many corners, so we'll take a 6th round pick. Those were all guys I was going to have to cut anyway. So we can add 6 guys to the team. We're going to draft 4 of them, sign 2 of them in free agency. I don't imagine I move into the first round at this point. So let's just sim to the draft. There is no mock draft for the second round in Madden, only in the first round. So with our second round pick, we'll take, I guess, the best player available. And then with rounds 6, 7, I have no idea. Whatever's there is there. I have taken literally no look at this draft class. Auto-generated. So let's see what's in it. Quarterback, receiver. I'm probably going to draft an O-lineman with my second round pick, actually. Because I don't envision I pay everybody, like Orlando Brown. I just signed a center. So an offensive lineman would make the most sense. Well, I'm waiting to draft, which I can sim to my pick. But before I do that, I want to see if... So you're on a 1-year deal. You're almost 30, but you are obviously one of the best players on my team. I love Taylor Decker, but hypothetically, if he didn't want to resign... And Derek Forrest. These guys all have 1-year deals. If I was to offer all 3 of them, what could we get? Trey Hendrickson in pick 18. It's not really worth the package I'm offering. Neither is McDuffie. Neither is McLaurin. Ooh. I feel like the trade package is worse somehow than it was when I had just Chris Jones. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Like, yeah, like I feel like I'm getting more offers without the other guys in it. That's just me, I guess. Obviously I love Taylor Decker, but in this specific franchise, it would be worth considering trading him. I'm not going to. I don't believe so. Like Cortland Sutton with picks is nice. Deontay Johnson with picks is nice. George Pickens with a 3rd is interesting. Chidobe Awuzie is interesting because I don't have any corner help yet. Quay Walker, Jack Campbell. Jalen Phillips, a 3rd and a 6th. That's nice. I like that one. Very good help with my defense type trades. Maybe Taylor Decker's trade value is down because he's 30. Maybe we trade Orlando Brown and draft an O-lineman in this year's draft. That's a potential idea. So I traded so much to get up here, but I'm just curious about what the pick's worth. I was curious if I could trade it for more picks in this year's draft. I can trade it for a Bucks 3rd, 4th. No, just a 3rd, but a next year 4th and more. Okay. So I could trade down 2nd round 25, 2nd round 64, and pick up a 4th round pick. Hold on. I'm not trading that far down. But if I traded down to the Bengals or the Chargers 2nd round pick. Chargers. If I traded down to the Chargers 2nd round pick, so if I offered them 57 for 61, a 4th and a 5th, what would they say to that? They're almost there. What are the Vikings offering me? They offered me 64 and a 4th. That's actually not that far of a trade down, though, if I get a fourth with it. If I'm getting these 2 picks, I'll take those 2 picks if they throw in a future 6th. That's how you get me to take that trade. I think I'm going to need that future 6th. How about a farther future 6th? A farther future 7? Maybe? Yeah. I don't want to just do that trade upright. I wasn't feeling it. Chargers, though. The Chargers aren't asking me to trade down as much. And I'm trying to think of this from like a real GM perspective. I don't want to just agree to a trade to agree to a trade. But at the same time, I'm willing to take a 5th in this trade instead of a 4th. And to take another future 5th. Let's try this. That's a bit much, ain't it? I kind of figured. When you don't have any picks, that's what you do. You wield and deal. We're compromising by taking a 5th instead of a 4th. How about that? Alright, I guess the Vikings pick was better. We moved down only a few, but we still obtain a 4th round pick. The Vikings offered to be kind of a home run trade, because I'm only trading down 7 slots in the 2nd round, but I'm obtaining a 4th round pick in this draft, which I didn't have one at all to begin with. So we'll slide down from 57, so we'll slide down 7 slots, but we'll pick up a 4th round pick. Indeed we do. Hey, if I'm going to be the quarterback of the team, I'm also going to be a low-key GM. Talking to Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, I'm like, you know, guys, I think we can try down some spots. I think we can trade down and be just fine. I love GMing. It's fun. Hell, can I trade down again? I might just trade down again, to be fair. Ooh, Alec Pierce. Chase Brown. Ayami Brown in the 3rd. That's a future 3rd, though. If that was a this year 3rd, I would take that trade. Chuba Hubbard in a future 4th. At this year's 6th, and Cam Smith. You know, I do kind of need a corner. Not initially the trade I had in mind, but is Cam Smith trade value just that bad, or do they just really want a 2nd? Let's talk. Let's talk. Can I engage in giving you a 4th round pick for Cam Smith? No, of course not. If I offered you my 2nd, could I potentially get your 3rd? Is that possible? And let's double down. Could I also get a future 5th and 6th? I just want to see how much of a jump there is in this trade. Because getting Cam Smith is great value right here. I don't think my corner in general is a very good position. I signed Alontae Taylor, though. Cam Smith would be my 3rd corner. In case of injuries, I still have Alontae Taylor and Levi Wallace. I'm going to at least look at who's there before I decide. I didn't get to see who the Vikings drafted because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, send to my next pick, please. Okay. Well, I know I can get a great corner if I take that trade. That's why. There's a chance to get an okay corner who slipped. There is a chance to get him now. There's a deep threat, Felix Basket, out of Ohio State. That could be another receiver to add to the team. I do ideally need another edge rusher. So Charleston Lynch out of Texas could be a cool fit. Good finesse, good tackle, 23-year-old speed rusher, left hand out of Texas. Kind of want this guy. Problem is, I think I need the guard a little bit more. I think I need the O-lineman a little bit more right now. There's a lot of decent looking players right here. Like Casey Stevens, and he looks decent too. I think we can trade into the third round if it gets us a good player. And that's why I like the Cam Smith trade. But then I want to trade back into the early end of the third round. Like, if we trade down to 72, we're at 64 right now, right? So that's not terrible. That wouldn't make any sense. I like the Cam Smith trade that I originally got. I'm thinking about taking that Cam Smith trade and then just flipping Levi Wallace to get back into the third round. I This year's sixth though. Could we make it a this year fourth? Perhaps maybe like a future sixth. Could we talk something like that? We could probably do a fourth. Okay, a fifth is fair. A fifth is fine. Oh, okay, that's why you offered me a sixth. Alright. No, I don't even want a this year sixth. Give me a future fourth then. What about a future third? That might be too much though. Maybe a little bit. Future fourth, fifth, and sixth. Let's play hypothetical. Okay, no fifth. No sixth? Okay. So we trade for Cam Smith. I saw that trade. I was feeling it. And then what we'll do is... Well, you're on the clock. We got Alontae Taylor. We'll keep Alontae Taylor. We're going to trade Levi Wallace to get back into the third round. The early end of the third round. Because he is a 29-year-old corner. Trade him before he becomes 30. The Bears offered us 72. Originally, the Bears offered us 72. What's their core look like? They could actually use Levi Wallace. So we'll ask for their this year third and just a future pick if they're willing to give us one. And if they don't like Levi Wallace, then... Well, then, whoops. Okay. So it is going to cost us more to trade for Levi Wallace, which is fine. We'll give up a 6th round selection. We'll give up a future 6th round selection. Oh my god. Okay, and we'll give up our 7th. So 2 6s, a 7th, and Levi Wallace. We get back into the 3rd round. You're definitely wielding and dealing quite a bit. Okay. Back to resume. So now we have the 8th pick of the 3rd round. That should be close enough for us to get somebody. So now we can hopefully get either that guard or that linebacker or that tackle. There was quite a bit of positions I was interested in, so it felt worthy to go that way about it. We could try to trade into the 3rd round again, or the early 4th round. I don't know whose pick that is. Receiver looks good, actually. Yeah, I don't think I need another receiver. Another O-lineman would be smart, though. We can move on from DeMarcus Walker. I signed Jalen Graham with the expectation of sliding him over to the defensive end. So I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna trade DeMarcus Walker, and hopefully use that as depth, and maybe even Justin Evans, and we'll probably. 82 is a bit far away. Maybe the Buccaneers will let us slide a pick. They don't like DeMarcus Walker. Okay. Like Justin Evans for a third round pick? No, you don't. How about a future third round pick for DeMarcus Walker? Alright, play the Piper with me for a second. What if we just did this? What if we offered every pick we have plus Justin Evans and DeMarcus? Just what if? We're experimenting. No offers. Okay. Steve Yarbrough. Oh, they got the linebacker I was interested in. Screw you, Seahawks. I still can't believe we franchise tagged a kicker. Unbelievable. Alright, receiver, we don't need it. He's cool, but we don't need it. Safety, don't need it. Well, they took the stinking guy I wanted. The offensive lineman right now looks like the most needed position, and we're going to take Durante Scott with our third round selection. Alright, hidden development in the third round. Love to see it. Our next pick is in the fourth round. I don't imagine we're going to do as much, though. No. Shit. I meant to advance to my next pick, but, whoops. Well, you know what? Life happens. It's all good. Well, draft recap time. Okay. I need to know, how good is that guy the Seahawks took from me? I drafted a 73 overall guard in the third round, which is great value. They drafted me a left tackle, Quincy Fowler, and then they drafted me a running back, Ramon Wilkins, which I probably wasn't going to draft a running back. But, I wasn't going to draft those two other guys, but it's okay. We'll just send them to the practice squad or something. Call it a day. This right guard could be an immediate starter. I can trade somebody so he can start. I might trade Orlando Brown or something. But the Commanders get an 81 overall quarterback. The Raiders get a 74 overall pass rusher. A lot of other good players kind of go. I mean, a lot of 73 overalls. We got the value. The first 73 guy off the board was pick 9. So we got a pick 9 value pick in the third round. So if you think of it that way, drafted amazingly. If you go by overall, it was mostly first round guys. In the second round, there was a good safety. In the fifth round, Tyreek McKinnon was a slot receiver who was a beast, who was going to the Panthers. So that's interesting. Good to know. Good left guard at the end of the first round, Gene Brock. Good running back, good receiver. The second best player was a center. Alrighty. Very interesting. And an 81 overall quarterback, which we had no reason to draft a quarterback, so don't really care about that. I do need to know real quick, who do the Seahawks got? Because I was considering that linebacker. I thought he would fall to me. That's why I traded down. He was a 73 overall as well. He was a normal dev, but he was also a 73 overall. Okay. And their best player they drafted was a tight end. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I was just curious. Well, I got myself a draft pick. I drafted well with the one pick I actually did take. Um, I didn't end up getting rid of Justin Evans or anything, so I can still sign a couple of guys to our active roster. And if we sign more active guys than planned, we can always just move some guys to practice squad or whatnot. Hayden Hurst is not really needed. Neither is Trey Flowers. Neither is Justin Watson. Uh, hmm. Actually, do I need to sign anybody? Maybe not, actually. Maybe like a depth corner, maybe. That's kind of it, though. Hmm. Well, okay then. I'll take, yeah, give me Kendall Vindor. Bring him back to Detroit real quick. That's a depth corner. Uh, let's look at practice squad eligible guys. Anyone really good at practice squad eligible? Charles Jones, Taquan Thornton, Riley Moss, kicker Mark Austin. There's plenty of guys who could be okay at the practice squad. Brian Presley. Plenty of decent rookie kickers. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't really feel the need to actually re-sign anybody else. I'm going to move around some guys on my roster. I think we can trade Trent Brown. Not Trent Brown. Orlando Brown. And we can maybe... Because we're going to pay Taylor Decker. He's 30, but we're going to pay him anyway. We're still going to have Joseph Noboom. We have Jenkins. We have Brian Allen. We have Charles Cross. We want to start this rookie. Jenkins can play tackle. So you can stay right guard. You could slide over to left guard. I could slide you over to right tackle. And I could just trade Orlando Brown while he still has some value before I have to pay him big boy money. And we'll just get the best trade available. An upgraded corner could be helpful. An upgraded running back is not necessary right now. Foskey, Kenneth Murray, Stokes. What would be the best thing to get right now? I guess more help on the edge, perhaps? Might be more good to just get help on the edge. If there's a world where I can land Gregory Rousseau, I'm down. Well, we'll throw some future picks and make this happen. Do we give up every pick in 2027? All we have is one 5th round pick in this year's draft. They have $90 million in cap. I don't believe I'm going to be able to pay everybody. Yeah, I very much don't believe I'm going to be able to pay everybody. Probably going to lose my kicker. Corner looks fine, actually, between DJ Reed, Kyler Gordon, Cam Smith, Alontae Taylor, Kendall Vindor. Yeah, that's fine. Poyer and Forrest, that's fine. Safety's good. Right outside linebacker, Dre Greenlaw, Cameron Thomas. Middle linebacker, Nicholas Morrow, Denzel Perriman, Quan Alexander. That's good. Juwan Bentley, Jalen Graham. If you want a 4-year deal, I'll probably just trade Yasser Abdullah. Gonna have to pay Chris Jones big money. It just kind of makes sense to move on from Orlando Brown. Because I'm not going to pay him as well. I'll pay Taylor Decker. I'm not going to pay Orlando Brown. Yeah, it's just... Here's the package I'm offering right now. Whatever the best we can get is, we'll get. What's the best package we can get for this? Rasul Douglas is good. Cole Holcomb's good. Josh Sweat would be nice. Brandon Scherf, an older offensive lineman, but Jermaine Johnson would be nice. Carlton Davis, Dorrance Armstrong, Tyree Wilson, Aziz Alshare, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That could be a more immediate fix to our safety position. What year how many years would I get C.J. Gardner-Johnson for? How many years do I get him on contract? I get him on a contract for 2 years. I kind of like this idea because just gonna pretend like I have more value even though I don't. But the reason why I like this idea is because we could trade Derek Forrest. We have Jordan Poyer under contract, so then we don't have to worry about paying a safety. I'm not gonna give you a first round pick in this trade, just so you know. I'll go up to a second. Here's a third. How about a third and a fourth? How about you just stop asking me for a first for C.J. Gardner-Johnson? Because you're already taking Orlando Brown from me. I'll give you a second. Okay. See, this I can live with. We'll give up that 5th round pick in the future. Just kidding. We'll give up a 4th round pick. Okay. So now we can trade Derek Forrest. Because now we're not going to have to pay so many people. So you'll be under contract. We can replace Harrison Butker with another kicker. That's not a big deal. We'll still have Kyle Hamilton. We'll have C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Jordan Poyer. We can trade Derek Forrest. We can replace Justin Evans. Corner, we'll have everybody under contract, at least the main guys. We'll have Dre Greenlaw and Cameron Thomas. Denzel Perriman will expire, but that's okay. Chris Jones will be a trade deadline decision if we're gonna trade him or move on from him or not. We'll offer DeMarcus Walker. We're gonna move a Leighton Jenkins over to right tackle. We're gonna slide Durante Scott to left guard. He could be an immediate day 1 starter. We'll hopefully pay Cesar Ruiz to stick around. Junior Conquo maybe will resign. Romeo Doubs maybe will resign. Yeah, I like this idea. So we'll offer Derek Forrest and DeMarcus Walker. Help on the edge might be a smarter idea. Jonathan Mingo is not the worst thing in the planet, but not necessarily my need at the moment. If I could find a trade where I can get just some okay players in return. Can I obtain Steve Avila? Or is he going to be more valuable? Let's find out. I'm going to pretend like I have all the value in the world, even though I don't. Okay, I figured. Yeah, can't get Steve. I don't have the value. I don't have the assets to get Steve. A rookie speed rusher. I have him. No, okay. Makes sense. It's a rookie on a 4-year deal. I was just curious if it was possible. What if I offered these two and like some pretty nice draft picks? Like these draft picks. Deontay Johnson, Josh Palmer, Mitch Morse, a 3rd and a 7th. Don't think about it. Trent Brown in a 3rd. No, okay. We're experimenting. What about for all these picks? Jawan Taylor, a 4th and a 7th. No, not really. Joshua Palmer's cool, but no. Samson Ebukam. Hmm. How about just Derek Forrest? Jonathan Mingo in a sixth. That trade wouldn't really make a lot of sense for me. Um, Byron Young would be cool. I don't like that he's on a 1 year deal though, but Byron Young would be a good player to put as my alternative edge rusher. I'm cool with this trade 1 for 1 if I can sneak a pick in it. I know I said a pick and then I added like 5, but I just like to know if I'm giving up a player with a lot more value or not. What would it take for Byron Young? No. Well, now I know what it would take for Byron Young, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to trade Derek Forrest for draft picks because I don't have any. Well, we gave up picks to get C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I'm just going to go find a team that doesn't have a free safety, or like at least an 80 overall free safety, and just ask for some draft picks. Well, that would indeed be the Jags. So hey, Jags, what do you say we help each other out? After our last trade, you give me a bunch of picks. I gave you a bunch of picks first. What do you say we help each other out? Oh, I, yeah. Okay. Um. Well, shit. Sure. Okay. I just got a bunch of draft capital now. Well, just didn't see that coming. I'm a little surprised that worked. But it makes sense that we did that because now that we got the safety position covered, so we won't have to worry about paying Derek Forrest. So we should be good at safety if we don't win the championship this year. Corner looks good. Linebacker looks fine. Once again, edge rusher could still use some work, but we'll just go pick up another backup offensive lineman. Well, we can sign 4 guys, so we can pick up a backup offensive lineman, and yeah, we can pick up a few other things. Okay, backup offensive tackle. We'll back up Elton Jenkins when we move him over. We'll pick up. Who do we pick up? We could pick up Greg Little. We'll pick up Greg Little. Backup guard. We have pass protector guard, right? So rookie Alan Blackstock could find his way onto a team. He definitely could find his way onto the team, actually. Nick Leverett could work. So we're going to pick up 2 offensive linemen just for depth purposes. Any help on the defensive line would be great. We'll pick up Jacob Martin, speed rusher. And with our last depth position pickup, we'll pick up a linebacker. Pick up Nephi Sewell. And there we go. That's a full roster. Now we'll just move everybody around a little bit. And yeah, it took me an hour to make my team. I'm very, very, very thorough. Okay. Leighton Jenkins, we're going to move you over to right tackle. we're going to move Durante Scott. Yeah, Durante Scott, we're going to move you to left guard. Your hidden development left guard we got in the third round. We want you to start right away. We have Joseph Noteboom as a backup. We have Leverett as a backup. Ruiz is a backup. Leverett's a backup. Greg Little's a backup. Alright. Offensive line covered. Tight end is covered. Receiver is covered. Running back is covered. I'm gonna practice squad our third running back. I can't do it right now, but that I'm just gonna have to trade him next year. One or the other. Safety right now is covered. Linebacker looks covered to me. Defensive end is covered. Right end is covered. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this looks pretty good to me. In fact, actually, I'm not going to get rid of that running back because I don't have to risk Khalil Herbert getting injured because my backup running back's doing it. I might still make Khalil Herbert do it anyway, though, just so he upgrades. Romeo Dobbs in the slot. We have Saquon doing a little bit of it all. Jordan Poyer's in our slot for corner, so him playing backup safety is kind of a good thing. We have these two dominant guys up top. Yeah, this looks good. This should be a good team. And then we have me at quarterback. What could possibly go wrong?